be talking about internet in our Airstream. So, I work in software. I need internet 24/7. I need to be able to hop on servers, talk to people, use Wi-Fi if I don't have cell connection in order to make calls. So, after a lot of research, a lot of looking online, a lot of watching videos, what we decided were to mount antennas on top of our Airstream. We had to make a decision on a router. So our decision was to use a MOFI4500 SIM7 router. After a lot of reviews, a lot of looking, the price point was right. It was like $380 maybe, and all we need in order to power this was a SIM card. If you're asking what is a SIM card, you may need to take a step back and watch some more videos and resources, but if you know what SIM cards are, you get them from AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, whatever service you use, Visible, and why you need it is to connect to the internet. So, living in an Airstream, I've been paying for it Visible service. Up until recently, I've never actually used Visible because we've had AT&T, and it's been highly successful at getting the best connection on the East Coast, in the Midwest, and then the Southeast as well. So, December 31st, I was notified that our service was being dropped with AT&T, and we were getting, I think, 400 gigabytes a month, which is a lot of data. We only use about 100 to 200 gigabytes a month. We have been using Visible. We're here in Tucson, Arizona. The connection's not great, but it's working. So for now, that's what we're using. If that changes, I'll let you know. And also, if you have questions on the data plans, let me know. I've spent a lot of time on the internet, Reddit, Mobile Internet Resource Center, looking for the best plans. Once we chose a plan, once we chose a router, this router came with paddle antennas, and it's called a MIMO connection, which is multiple in, multiple out. You need multiple antennas in order to get the best connectivity. Using the paddle antennas, we didn't have great success with getting internet. We are in aluminum bubble, which blocks connectivity, so what we needed were antennas on top of the rig. And in order to make that happen, basically we had to mount the antennas, and then we had to run 3 cables, because we got 3 antennas, down through the fridge vent, behind the fridge, and then out behind this TV. So there's already a hole here on the Airstreams to run cables, and thermostat actually was stuck behind the fridge, so the thermostat for the unit itself was back behind the fridge and reading false numbers, so our AC would run and it would say it was a lot hotter or a lot colder because that was back there. So anyways, we pulled that out, which is this white cable, and then there are 3 cables that we ran through in order to actually get the antennas plugged into the router. And these required some connectors as well, so if you're going this route, you're going to have to A, think about connectors, and then B, think about how you're going to get the antennas into the rig. And we decided to do this route because the fridge vent was an easy access point to actually get cables in without drilling holes through the skin of the Airstream. So I thought this would be a low impact way to get cables routed into the rig itself. We chose 3 antennas in order to power 2 for the actual router itself, and then 1 for the booster. So once we got those in, once we got them connected up with the appropriate connectors, we have internet. We mounted some smart TVs, which are I think 32-inch Vizios, and we could watch live sports. We could watch YouTube, which I spend a lot of time on, or Netflix, Hulu, all that kind of stuff. So we've got 2 smart TVs, one in front, one in back. With this router, you've got the ability to tether. So smartphones, you can basically like hotspot your phone to this router, and then it's going to hotspot to the entire camper. And then another cool thing we have is a Verizon hotspot, which honestly we've never really needed to use, but just in case, I've used this a couple of times. Similar thing, multiple connections to the antennas. So you need 2 connectors, and then here's the antenna for this. So this is just boosting the signal if needed. And then also these cables connect up to this as well if I want. So again, the highest access point for getting the best connectivity is a high point. That's on top of the rig. We've got 3 antennas, so we'll go up there now. But yeah, let us know in the comments if you have any questions, concerns, you want to see something in more detail, and we'll shoot another film. Appreciate it. See you on top of the rig. Alright, so as you can see here, we've got 3 antennas, 1, 2, 3, and they're mounted to the base of the Dometic AC unit. So what we had to do were drill 3 holes in the bottom of the Dometic AC unit, put some bolts, put some mounts, and then run a pipe. As you can see here, a pipe is mounted, and then we mounted the 3 antennas to the bottom of the pipe here. So once we had those 3 antennas mounted, the 3 cables run to the fridge vent, and I had to take this fin off, and there's some people online who have showed you how to do this. So you take the fin off, drill a hole in the vent, run the 3 cables through with a connector to prevent moisture from getting in, and then on the back side inside the rig itself, that's where you'll run the cables through behind the TV. So I thought I had some stainless steel screws to prevent rust, but clearly they're rusted, so I'll have to swap these out at some point. Pipe mount. Right here is a connector to the bottom of the AC unit. There's another connector, and then that last antenna. And these are run right to the fridge vent. So you can see the 3 cables run in. And had to put VHP tape. I caulked this. Done. Alright, so as you can see here, 3 antennas are mounted. It's a simple task. Took me about an hour and a half with the right tools and a couple runs to Home Depot. So let us know if you have any questions. Like, subscribe, leave comments in the comment section. Look forward to making more content for you. Thanks.